All right. What's up, guys? L up here on set from Creative Sound. We are streaming live, and this time I'm keeping it very simple so we won't experience any um, delays or the usual stuff that we deal with. I just want to talk to you guys, see what you guys are thinking. So, recently, Presonus on their Facebook page posted something that was pretty interesting. Move this out the way so I can read it. Okay, so this Friday, they want us to tune in via Facebook and YouTube at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for a very special announcement from your friends at Presonus. Share with your friends. Now, really though, what's up? What's going on? I like to know what's your thoughts about what could possibly be this special announcement. What are you thinking that they're gonna release? Now, my initial thoughts is that they will release a new hardware because that's what they usually do. You know, they release a bunch of hardware, another mixer. I mean, they got mixers after mixers, interfaces after interfaces. Man, they got a whole slew of speakers. I mean, you could never go wrong with gear. But Studio One, now I've noticed in the picture a computer with Studio One as the focus. Could it be Studio One 5? But it's too soon though. Like we just came out with 3, I'm sorry, 4.5. Or has 4.5 been out? Yeah, 4.5 been out for a little bit, but it feels like it's too soon for 5 to already release. I guess that's the only thing I'm thinking. Because if Studio One is in the picture, 5 might be here. We might be at 5. What y'all think? Yeah, really though, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm 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 trying to figure that out myself. Like personas don't communicate with me, and if they did, I really couldn't tell y'all what it is. But seriously, I don't know. I was just streaming. Just wanted to see what you guys was thinking. Like, what's your thoughts? Would it be like I don't know. Maybe perhaps I'm just throwing some random ideas out there. Maybe we can finally make music on our mobile devices. You know, they have a couple of remotes out that you can use to control your DAW as long as it's on the same network. But what about making music on the go, like you can with Cubase, or like you can in Machine, or like you can with Fruity Loops, or like you can with everything. Like GarageBand has a way to make music on your iPhone, and it's pretty dope. I made a couple of songs that way, as a matter of fact. I don't know what y'all thinking. Uh, Vitaly, first of all, thanks for joining. What is 12.5? or 12:05. Oh, are you saying that's the time? Musictron, what's up? He says now Musictron thinks an iPad will be pretty dope. But you hoping for 5. So here's my thing. Like if 5 is here, what could they possibly put in 5? Like I'm just like man, 4.5, like where we are right now, I think it's we are pretty solid. The only thing I would have, like, the only thing I would want them to do is to tighten up on the MIDI, like totally revamp it, or maybe like better video encoding. Actually, the encoding is pretty sweet. I mean, it's basic, but it's pretty sweet. For standard stuff, that is. But if you're doing like film composing, where like I would like to see like the video scrub. You know what I'm saying? Like when you scrubbing across, I like better control. In that sense, as if I was inside of a video editor, like Final Cut or something. Like when you move the navigation, the locator, I like to see the video go right along with that. I don't know. Like what could they possibly? Tori, what is up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, iPad app would definitely be dope. That would be nice. Like they go live and just released everything. Like go down a list of everything that they, the new features and blah blah, and then they be like drop one of those Apple moments on us when Tim Cook, or better yet Steve Jobs, said, and that's not all, something like that. What did they say? And they're just one more thing, and then they break out and say, you can now make music on your iPhone. Man, I will fall to the floor for literally, like, wow. Now that would be a game changer for real. Like Studio One is actually, because that's where everything is nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Everything is mobile. Everything is moving mobile. Like Beatmaker 2. You know what I mean? Like these cats out here, they making some dope music using apps, bro. Like, ain't nobody sitting in front of a station like this. And one of the reasons why I'm streaming this late is because I was at my 9 to 5. I was at my job. And when I seen that post, I'm like, "Ooh, I can't wait till I get home and stream and talk about this with my people." You know what I'm saying? I would have streamed a little earlier, but this is the only time I have, and because like after this, I have to be at work early. I need to figure this thing out. Okay, hopefully that works. Let's see. E Junior, what's up? What's up, man? Y'all is up. Y'all is out here. What is going on? I appreciate y'all like joining me. What time is it where y'all live? Like, matter of fact, where do y'all live? Like, what part of are you in the United States, or are you outside the United States? What time is it for you? I know me, I'm on Central Standard Time. I am in Dallas, Texas. And so the time here is 12:13. But if you're in California or Eastern Time, you guys' time zones are totally different. E Junior says maybe a surprise update to Adam. Let's read this. Let's read this together, guys. I'm gonna move my. He said, maybe a surprise upgrade to Adam. Renamed Molecule. An advanced standalone hardware studio hardware unit and software controller all in one, basically like machine for Studio One. Okay. Nice. I like that one. I can get with that. If you put that in the forum, I'll vote that one up. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see. Let me scroll up. You said hardware twice. Oh, that's all right. I totally get it. No worries there. So I remember I was looking to buy a second 192. Oh, you guys, let me know if you can hear me, because I'm just going on and on and on. My levels seem to be all right, but and you guys are talking back to me, so I assume that I'm good, and I ain't trying to do nothing extra on my computer, so I should be all right. I shouldn't be lagging or anything like that, but who knows? Let's see. Maybe a surprise update. So I remember I was looking to buy a second 192 mobile, but I had to, but they stopped manufacturing it. I wonder if it's the 192. That's worth looking into. Like who knows? Who knows? So the 192 mobile, I actually have the 192 mobile, and I think this thing is pretty sweet. When they came out with the, what is it, the new one? When they came out with the new one, I didn't upgrade. I'm still rocking with my mobile right here. Like, I'm solid. I had one issue with it when I tried to update. There was a firmware update, and I think it got stuck. And luckily, I was still under warranty and sent it right back to Sweetwater. They had it shipped to Presonus, and they fixed it, sent it back to them, and then they shipped it back to me. And that was probably a year ago, almost a year ago, and it's been solid. And I've been able to like do like a couple of firmware updates on it, and it's been rocking. The sound quality that comes out of it is straight. Like, I'm talking to you guys right now through it right now, and I just love the app, the universal control. You could probably see it in the background. Yeah, but this thing right here is sweet. Like, I'm able to set my gate, my compressor, my EQ, and my limiter. And yeah, and I have different headphone mix. You know what I'm saying? I love it. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. So like when I'm doing like stuff like this, I can switch my I can switch it pre or post in. I have it set to post in, so like my effect that you guys hear is like live and active. I got a gate on here to avoid a lot of the background noise here, the AC coming in and out, that type of thing. It's pretty sweet. So that is that would be like one of the things I like about like Presonus. Like, they make some decent equipment. So, you know, it's pretty cool. Okay, moving on. Um, so Musictron said, "Man, the DAW is solid. Maybe just tweak updates on everything like MIDI, video engine, video engine. Yeah, I mentioned that, and better factory sounds. Ah, there we go. Now we talking. We cooking right now, y'all. So I feel the same way. I feel like the DAW is solid. I agree. That was my first statement when I came on live on this video. I was like, man, what more could they do? Like, it's just a few things, and one of the things I mentioned was the MIDI, tighten up the MIDI, and better video. I think you're saying the same exact thing that I just said. Man, either we thinking alike or you heard me say that and you type it. If you go back to the beginning of like around the beginning of the video, I actually said that. I sure did. Those are my only two things. But like the video engine is very basic and it's doable. Um, I've been able to just being able to export my music or do like adjustments to voice or doing what I need to, and then being able to export that out straight out of Studio One into a file wherever I save it. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm cool with that. Like I don't have many complaints about that at the moment. Um, but I did mention like like the scrubbing deal. Like I think it would be cool if we had better, you know, just imagine like working in Cubase. Like the workflow in Cubase is hands down solid. So I wonder if some of the things that they will announce is um leaning more towards uh Cubase. I don't know. I don't know. You know what will be really dope is if they add the ability to clip launch. If we was able to clip launch in Studio One, bro, that will they in there. And it's like if they do that, they better know how to stay ahead of the game and keep up with everybody else because Ableton Live got that on lock. Bitwig has that on lock. And I think a new contender is Digital Performer is now doing it. Now you can clip launch in there. And basically clip launching is just a quicker way. It's just a faster, quick workflow. Matter of fact, you could do that in a machine, but they don't call it clip launching. They call it ideas view, something like that. Creative view, you know, and create a quick 4 bar, 2 bar, 8 bar, whatever, and just like keep them going. And it's also like a performance type deal. Let me get back to the questions here. All right. The app can be interesting, but uh tapping on glass for drum part 6. I need you to elaborate on that. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. It's 8 wait, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. on Wednesday on Guam. That's where I'm at. Okay. Well, well, happy midday to you. It's just piece of cake. Like, oh, you just walking around. No, it's a normal day for you. A lot of us, is like bored out of our mind, and we trying to find something to do or something to snack on in the mid of the night, and then Ella decided to go live. So yeah, we're gonna watch that guy and see what he's talking about. Let's see what this hype is. Uh, Musictron is in Georgia. That's what's up. That's what's up. I don't know the time zone there in Georgia. Don Williams, what's up? Thanks for joining. Did I miss it? Hopefully, more intensive piano roll. Okay, okay, I could see that. I could see that. Um, yeah, yeah. I think what they've been doing so far, they've been. I would say that they've been focusing on music production for a long time. That wasn't the case. Because I remember when I first came on, when I started working, it was actually Studio One 2. It was in the second version, but I wasn't committed yet. It was I had the artist version and I was just trying to figure it out, like, what is this about? You know, it was like a little buzz going on around my well, not necessarily, but I was going to school and I had a couple of instructors that was using Studio One, and I just swore about Logic. Like Logic was my thing, but you know the things that you were able to do in Studio One. When I saw my instructors, like my instructors swore about it. It was like, it was funny because our school gave us, they shipped us Pro Tools and Logic Pro, and I had instructors in my courses showing us things using Studio One. Like, what is going on? But they were showing us like they prefer to use Studio One because of these types of things that they can do like that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's nice. But I still couldn't get with it because like Studio One had this outdated look, you know, and Logic Pro at that time was a little bit, I know the looks of something is not what you're supposed to focus on, but I actually do. Like the looks of something actually attracts people. So Presonus had to bring their A game up, and when they came out with 3.0, it was like the looks was up to par, and what you can do in 3.0 versus what you could do before, and or versus what you can do in any DAW in in this market. It was like, oh yeah, I'm moving over to Studio One. I think that's when I'm like fully converted. I'm like, I don't care. I'm in the middle of projects. I'm gonna learn it. We're gonna see what happens. Oh man, that's crazy. Uh Dr. Driss, peace and support back to you from France. That's awesome. It's 7:14 where you are, or it will be 7:27 a.m. Wow. From France. That's cool. Let's see, extra function. So yeah, I agree. I like to see extra functionality in the piano world. Yeah, so Tori agrees with that extra functionality. That's what's up. Thanks, mate, Musitron, for getting back with me. I think you might be talking about my audio, if it's good or not. Appreciate that. Thumbs up to you. Tori, appreciate it. I can hear you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. The 192s are the only one with the DSP built in. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. The one, but see, there's another one. This was, what is it? Quad or quorum. I'm butchered that name. I'm sure there's a DSP chip in there as well. But yeah, I was just telling somebody about that earlier. I was at the job earlier, like, just explaining to him like why I love the 192, cause Yeah, that's dope. Like how you just get it right from the start, and especially for what I do, um, doing videos or like streaming live. Like I don't have to fickle. Cause I remember before I got this thing, I was coming through. What was I using? I was using either my Focusrite or my Apple G Duet. Was I doing? I don't even remember. But anyway, none of those have DSP chip in there. So it's like I had to go into the software or the yeah and try to like boost the signal, and yeah, it was completely whack. So when I got this thing, it was like, oh my god, yeah, 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 yeah. That's sick. Um, yeah. So let's bring this back forward. Special event. Presonus has updated. This was 11 hours ago. So if it's 12:30 here, that means they updated this. They posted this like maybe around 1 o'clock, maybe 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. They letting us know they just built the suspense, which is the reason why I'm going live right now about a special event this Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. What will I be doing? I need to check my schedule. What am I doing at 10 a.m. Central Standard? Will I be available? I think I will be at work. I'm gonna have to somehow. It always happens like that. Like when something I really want to focus my energy in, I'm always occupied by something I don't want to do, but I have to do. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah, Friday I'll already be at work, man. But I'll try to sneak it in. Watching it, yeah, I'm sure I can sneak it in somehow. Okay. E Junior, you from Dallas? That's what's up. I've been here. Uh, oh, you asking me like if I've been here all my life, or you saying you been here all your life? What part? I grew up in OC near Redbird. I don't know where that is, but currently living in the the north side now. I don't know. I don't know if that's a spelling error or if that's really a thing. But OC is that OC. That sounds familiar. Um is that near the no. Is that Oak Cliff? Duh. That is Oak Cliff. So you're near Oak Cliff. Okay. I'm in the Carrollton Irving area. That's where I reside. I move I move heavy in these parts. Oh yeah, right below that and you say Oak Cliff. Oh, gang wise recognize that that's Oak Cliff. That's what's up. So gang wise, you're from Oak Cliff as well. That's cool. It's a lot of Dallas people representing here. That's cool. I'm from Chicago, by the way. Um, I was not born and raised in Dallas, Texas. I'm from Chicago. I was born and raised in Chicago and moved out here in Dallas like four, 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. Yeah, and it's cool. I like it. Uh, we thinking alike. Absolutely, we have too much heart. They have too much heart. Yeah, 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 yeah. DMV tracks. What's up? Yeah, Presonus has way too much hardware. That's what I'm saying, man. And they won't stop. See, they're a hardware company, so they I I personally feel like there should be a dedicated team for software. Not saying that it's not, but I mean, like, I'm saying, like, the amount of effort that they do or that they put in hardware. I'm bro. I have two. This is my second piece. But when you go in there and look for a 2x6 or a 2x4 or whatever, wherever it is, they have several models of something similar to this. Like, what? And I was I'm helping out a couple of people because they getting into podcasting, and I went online like, which one do I tell them about? They have so many of the same style, like, I don't know if they taking on the concept of Apple, where every year, you know, just make it look a little different, but it's the same thing. Like, just come on with different stuff. I don't know. Uh, uh, so DMB, you said clip launch makes no sense. Now you say that because you don't understand how it works, or you feel like that's a bad idea. Like, let me know what are you thinking. Tori, a lot of people want more post production and surround sound support for those who want to use S1 for movie and audio production. Absolutely. I agree. We'll put that up on the screen. Is it on the screen? No, it's not on the screen. Yes. Digital performer targets film guys and doesn't fit the Ableton audience. But you know what? I think they're trying to change their scope. Yeah, they're trying to change their scope. They trying to get more people involved. I think that's what they're trying to do. They trying to make it a all around house. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's a very. I feel like there's a smaller niche in the film world. Not many. There's more people trying to make beats and trying to get on with artists more so than getting into film type thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, but digital performer, I mean, hence the name, digital performer, it's got to have some type of meaning to the name, like perform. So yeah, but I do agree. Like, DP is definitely really targeted towards film producers. Cubase has that feel as well, but Cubase takes the all around type deal, you know. Because I hear all sorts of people working in Cubase for several reasons. So I don't know. DP is $500. Yeah. So we're talking about the special event that Presonus is doing this Friday. Hope you guys will be available to watch the event. I would love to be right here in this space and go live with you guys and like what what's going on or whatever. But I unfortunately I can't. So we're just gonna have to figure out a way to like communicate and talk about stuff or whatever. Okay. DMV says it can't be a MIDI controller because they can't top complete control. I agree. I agree. You see what's going on. You see what's going on here. It's solid. It's solid. I think for people who's working in Studio One like solely, and that's it. That works great. But see, the thing is, this is the part that did it for me. Why would you put this out? Like it's great and all, but the part that I feel like that they did not really think about is the fact that, and I remember it being a concern of theirs that they actually I forgot where I heard it from, but their focus is not really music, like instruments and things like that. They kind of leave that up to other people. So their focus is just making sure the DAW is great. But as far as like where you get your sounds from, I mean, they have a store. I've seen them build their store more and more with different sample packs and things like that. But as far as like instruments, like if you want to compare it to Logic Pro, Logic Pro hands down has really solid instruments. Or Reason. Reason is pretty dope for instrumentation. Yeah, they have a bunch of synthesizers and stuff that you could buy from their store. I mean, it's just crazy. So Reason probably takes it. But if we talk in terms of budget, then Logic Pro takes it. Logic Pro has a solid amount of synths, especially with Alchemy. Alchemy to me is hands down like one of my favorite instruments. And whenever I'm in Logic, but it would make sense for Logic to come up with something like this. You know what I'm saying? Because Logic has sounds and you can make Studio One has impact and presence. Mojave is still in there. Who uses Mojave? No one I know uses Mojave for the style of music that we're doing. Mojave is supposed to be like a bass synth, something. I don't quite know what it is, but it's like it's been in there. The same design. It has not they have not touched this design. No one is talking about it. Even okay. As far as design, there's a couple of plugins that haven't took on a new design, like the EQ, the compressors. Maybe that's what they're gonna do. Maybe they're gonna update the compressors and EQs finally. I'm just trying to think of anything that could possibly be worth a special event. You know what I mean? Okay. Um. The market is okay. So DMV says the market is the music production songwriting market. That's why Ableton Native Instruments are dominating. Watch out for Serato Studio in a year or two. Hmm. Maybe personas know this and they trying to level up. I don't know. I was saying using an an iPad with no MIDI pads or controller sucks because I found just using the iPad alone for performing feels really odd to me. Tapping on glass is not a natural process. Got you. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we talking about the feel of these are pretty sturdy. You know who has the best pads? Like the original NPCs. All them pads right there is beautiful. But this new stuff that they doing, and Machine has that same feel. But I mean, it's like I learned to deal with it. I mean, if you're talking about the feel, it do kind of feel like rubber glass. um, I let's see. Said they better hurry up because when N9 fixed the Ranger, it's a wrap for everyone. Um, yeah, I want to say that it just depends on where you are as far as like production. You know what I mean? Like for beat makers, absolutely. Yeah. This would definitely work for people that just make beats all day. I will probably be in there more often than I do, but I'm always in there. So I don't know how I can be inside a machine more than I am since I use it on every project. But it would create unique opportunities and concepts if they was to do that. I'll put it like that. There you go. E Junior, you have a chance to hear the instrumental MG the Future released recently, and do you follow any of his best making work here? Yeah, I am subscribed to MG the Future, his channel. I haven't heard what you're referring to yet. Um, I do know that he released something. I just haven't gotten around to it. But I'll definitely check it out since you mentioned it. Yeah, Oak Cliff. Yeah, absolutely. The Chi Town. Yeah, that's where I'm from. Just going through these comments, adding adding to the point I made earlier. Personas has obviously been way more successful with hardware and sound reinforcement gear, but they could easily make something more professional than Atom. Boom. There you have it. Cubase is cluttered and a bad workflow. I agree. I have Cubase. I bought it because I bought it due to frustrations. Now, I one of the reasons why I bought it because I wanted to see how well it works with my keyboard. And I must say, I fell in love. I was like, oh my God, I will learn Cubase and start uploading video content based on Cubase just because it has DAW integration. But I agree, which is cluttered. Like when I wanted to figure things out, it was like man, it's a lot going on, and I can kind of get why Presonus split it. It's not Sibelius, but the notation is like Sibelius, but notation is his own separate app or software. It has nothing to do with Studio One. Logic Pro has a own score in there, which is pretty dope. But Studio One is not doing that. And I want to say that I guess to keep it cluttered free to keep their software running as fast as it is, like we're not going to put the score. It will be cool. I'm pretty sure that they can add that in there and it still runs pretty fast. I'm pretty sure they can, but I mean, I have notation as well, so and they both link together. So I mean, it is what it is. It's not a real big deal, you know. Oh, let's see. Oh, remember our buddy the Atom is a muscle memory device. Who needs nice screens when you can just memorize the function? Yeah, that I did get a nice little chuckle there. That's funny. I put that up on screen so y'all can read that. Yeah, that's funny. Not even a small screen. It's just LED lights. Remember the colors. You know. Right, like yeah. So now I'm playing the game with you. So this knob was God, was that the I forgot what knob that was. Was that the I know one of them was like the attack and release. Attack, release. And then one of them was the game. But it was like this is like dedicated to impact. Anyway, moving on. I'm not gonna pause on my brain there. Oh, let's see. Tori says I use Mojave for my bass. Okay. That's what's up. You will be the first person I know ever to use Mojave. That's what's up. I think it might be a great tool for sound design. Maybe. I don't know. But then again, it depends on what you're doing. Mojave to me would be like outdated in terms of what you can do now with other instruments. Like, for instance, Bassmaster, which is designed by Loop Masters, and it comes packed with presets that is ready for any song situation, or Native Instruments, the newest massive. You know, there's bass presets in there, and I mean, it's just a synth deal. But yeah, I mean, to each his own. That's what's up. You will be the first one I know that uses Mojave. Yep, I use that Bassmaster and that Sub Lab. Man, that Sub Lab, that's I don't have Sub Lab, but I hear great things about the Sub Lab. Oh yes, I've heard some good things. Yeah, yeah, that's what's up. Well, that's what's up. You use Bassmaster, okay, cool. That's what's up. So you're more so someone that just like pick instruments according to the project. Just depending on what you're doing. That's what's up. I do the same thing. Like I don't use Bassmaster all the time. But I do tend to grab for that a lot though. But I'll switch it up just depending on what I'm working on. But I've never pulled for Mojave. I just haven't. I've never done that before. Uh, he said it's worth more than they charge. Yeah, Bassmaster is pretty sweet. Now the only thing I don't really like, they released chords. Um, chords is specifically for dance producers. Um, I don't really care for it that much. I like to be able to make my own chords, or maybe perhaps have like presets of like modern style music, like what they did in Anna 2, with Slate Digital. That would be pretty cool. Like the presets in there, I'm able to come up with ideas instantaneously. I'm like, man, this is dope. Like, and I just put something together. Um, he said Mojave do be hurt sometimes. Like I say, it just depends on where you going. Your style. Yeah. Uh, SL Studio. SL Studio. That's a unique name. Happy to see you as well. Thank you for hanging out with me. TK, did someone say watch out for a Serato Studio? Yep, someone did say that. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, someone did say that. Um, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure how you guys got here, but I hope all of you guys are subscribed and you like the video. Give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. I always forget to say that in all of my videos. Like I hardly even say that. I just hope that the content I create is good enough to invoke a like or a subscription. But I get way too many views on my videos and not that many subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So like, subscribe to the channel if you like this type of stuff. Like I'll randomly go live and do and talk about topics and stuff like that. And I love sharing music production techniques and tips. Right now, my latest videos have been focused on DAW integration with these things because it's frustrating making music and the only thing available to you is the key bed and you can't hit play and start, stop, start, stuff like that. You got to memorize stuff where the key commands are on your keyboard. When it's a big old red record button, like you don't have to memorize where that is. All you got to just go to the red. Red usually means recording in the recording world. So, yeah. Notifications coming through here. That's what's up. Big thumbs up to you, E. Big thumbs up to you. See, I ain't got to worry about you. Some of you guys are all right, but the rest of you guys, what's going on? Like, y'all need to have, y'all got to follow E. E is the ringleader. He knows what's going on. Like you What's going on, guys? Y'all should have the notifications on deck. Like, go to the bell icon. Make sure you turn that on so you won't miss. It's because I always get some of you guys to say, "Oh man, I missed it. I didn't know you was live, man. Man, I ain't getting no updates and blah 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 blah." Turn on your notifications onto this channel so you will never miss another upload, or when I go live, it's like instantaneously, boom, L up is live. Let me jump on. You know what I'm saying? uh, Now that's a better integration. I'm about to get rid of my Keylab 88 so I can get the Control 88 or whatever else is. Yeah, um, Complete Control S88. I think that's what it's called. Actually, they have a couple of 88s out. This model, or right here, is the S series. The one after this, which is a little bit cheaper on the money, is the A series, I believe. Yeah, the A series, which is this M32, I believe, is a part of the A series. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I could be wrong. Um, so DMV says maybe the update is a Novation 7 update. Um, I think for it to be a special event, I think if they was gonna do some type of update to Novation, it should be in addition. You know what I mean? Like in conjunction to, or adjacent to, or like a couple sentence. Just a few words of mentioning, like, oh yeah, by the way, Novation, check out Novation. We did a few things in there, and back to the main subject. You know what I'm saying? Like just insert it in a little bit. You know, no, no, no. Yeah, Novation, like, um, that's not a headliner. You know what I'm saying? Like Novation is cool, it's sweet. I have it, I use it, but it's not a headliner. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, just say a few. You know how Apple do, like, when they go and mention all of the major points, and then leave a bunch of stuff for us to figure out, like, oh, it do that. Why they ain't say that? They never mentioned this, but this is wow. Like, my phone could do this, or I have this, that. You know, like one of those. There you go. Okay. You guys are awesome. That's why I stream live. Like, I was a little tired coming home from work, but I'm like, I haven't spoken to my people. Like, this is the real people. Y'all the real crowd. These are the diehards right now. Up at 1 a.m. in the morning for some of us, but there are clearly some other people. It's 3 p.m. where you are, which I am like deeply grateful for you guys watching from, like, beyond over the seas, and that's what's up. Like your boy is famous. No, I'm trying to get there. Make sure you subscribe, like the video. Absolutely, I appreciate it. Let's see. What do you think about the Roland entering the doll game? That's a good topic. I seen that. I've seen that. I was like, but they're not that new to the scene because they have like sequencers and beat machines and things like that. Um, and of course, all of their keyboards can sequence on some type of level. Um, but that would be crazy though, like because they are a not only they are a hardware company, but they have a strong library or a strong creative sense in sounds, creating sounds for all of their keyboard lineups, right? So if they was okay, so in the DAW, now I haven't played with it. I don't know much about it. I've seen like little snippets or whatever. But when in terms of sounds, like if they make the DAW come with sounds and things like that, like it does in their keyboards and whatever, that would be that would yeah, that would be a strong contender for them based on sounds. Y'all remember the beat thing? The beat thing, I um nah, I couldn't even compare them. But the way I felt about the beat thing when this came out, nah, I couldn't even say that either. Cause when this came out, I didn't feel that bad. I just was like, but we're asking about DAW integration with native instruments keyboards. Why can't you give us that? And then they released this. Like, bro, like really? Are you serious? I'm not mad at it though. Like, I mean, it's solid. It's cool. I mean, it works. I have it. I use it. You know, sometimes. I mean, but the beat thing. If y'all ever, if okay, I don't know if y'all familiar with if I can get my mouse to work. It's not working. Hold on, let me shake it up a little bit. I don't think y'all know what the beat thing is, but and it was named just like that. I think the beat thing, like this thing right here, man. I'm gonna pull some images up. Now this is okay. This is this is what I mean by in terms of the sound. It's colorful. It runs on its own. It would be like the NPC. The NPC shut it down quickly. Like a kind of like really like what is that? But yeah. So in terms of sounds though, like I heard the libraries coming out of here, and I was like, oh, because I thought that was a toy, like, eh, but the sounds that's in it is like crazy. So that's how I feel about Roland, like in terms of sounds and things like that. Um, I think they would be a nice little contender. But then, all in all, I mean, it just depends on how the DAW functions, like what you can do, stuff like that. That's what I think. But I don't know. Like, what are y'all thinking now that is mentioned? As a matter of fact, I went to the beat thing and didn't even go to Roland DAW software. Roland DAW. I don't know. I saw like a snippet DAW archives. Serato. I mean, they already in that space. You know, I think they could definitely pull it off. They're not new to the game. They've been here forever. They are a part of a lot of what we do. Some way, form, fashion, you know, and them to push a DAW out is like it's not far fetched at all. It's like it's almost as if it makes sense. Okay, obviously this is not the page. I was trying to refrain from going to like videos or whatever because it's not gonna. Is that no? That looks outdated. I don't think that's it. Yeah, that couldn't be it. Cause that yeah, that's some random. Oh, that's WavePad audio software. Uh, I got suckered in. Ah, I wait. What is this? No, that's not it. But that looks pretty cool. Okay, way off subject. Okay, let's see. He said, "What would it?" He said Tori said, I swear you was the one leading the way. Um, 'Cause they wasn't listening to no one else about the complete control. I don't know. I guess I'm like the humble one in the realm of things. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was me that pushed it. If I don't know. I mean, that would be cool to find out that the reason why they did the DAW integrations was because they was listening to me and saw how impactful my video was and saw how those numbers was like reaching higher and higher and higher in their forums. That would be cool to know that, but I mean, I don't know for sure if that's what was going on. But I'm happy that we are here. You know what I'm saying? And I just been like, you know what? I told somebody I would like figure out if there was a way to if there was a way to utilize two controllers with DAW integration, if I could find another input, another nope, that's not it. If I could find another USB laying around, just look like one. Okay, I'll figure that out later. I don't want to. That cord is too short. All right. Let's see. What would it take for you to completely compose and produce solely in machine? And I was thinking about that. I've done that before several times on my channel, but that's old. So yeah, I would probably need to update and do some things more solely in machine. Um, yeah, because I do a lot in Studio One. It's like because I understand the workflow, so I bring that workflow over in Studio One. And to some people that's confusing because it's two different workflows. But yeah, I could do that, no problem. You said I was thinking about doing that anyway, so it doesn't take much for me to do that. Now that you mention that, it's like yes, that's obviously what you're supposed to be doing because like your viewer is yeah, he's telling you you need to be doing some more videos in machine. I got you. I got you. I got you. No worries there. We're gonna make it happen. Um, let's see. I think I have figured it out. Friday's announcement. Maybe it's announcement about that fully integrate Studio One with NI. Finally. Are you, okay, elaborate on that. So what do you mean like fully? Okay, let's read that together. Think I figured it out. Friday's announcement. Maybe it's announcement that fully integrates Studio One with. Are you talking NKS? That's the only way I can see that happening. Now, in NKS is like plug-in integration instrument type thing. But would they put a special? Would they make a broadcast about that? Maybe that's an addition. That's an addition to the main focus. But I can't see that being because you saw what happened with the update, like 4.5.3. Only then is when we got integration in the point three. Two decimals over 4.5.3. And so nah, I couldn't that would be cool, but I couldn't imagine because it's like this, man. Um I think their software team is unless they restaff their team or had a team meeting and said, hey guys, we wanted to change the focus. We wanted to shift things up. We can probably um capitalize on focus more on Studio One. You know what I mean? I was talking to one of my buddies the other day and he said something that made a whole lot of sense. He said, see, Presonus makes a lot of hardware. That's their main thing. But when you think about it, is when you buy how often are you guys buying hardware? This is probably the statement I should have made in the beginning of the video, just in case Presonus decides to click on my video and see what I'm talking about. Because this is a very powerful statement right here that I'm talking about right here, right? So, to make it even more powerful, I'm gonna zoom in. So, how many times are you guys buying hardware? Because I promise you, when I got the Studio 192 mobile, when they released the the quadrum, I didn't feel the need to upgrade to that in whatever else that they're doing now, and whatever that they're doing. I would like I would like to get my hands on the Port 16. I've always wanted the Studio Live. I've always wanted one of those. The Series 3, as a matter of fact. I always wanted one of those. It would be nice to have that in my studio. In fact, I'm looking to, like, in the future, I'll have one of those, because I do like full production, bands and stuff like that. Yeah. But how often do you buy hardware? That's the question. You're not buying hardware all the time, every year, or at least not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You're not buying interfaces every year, all the time. But when Presonus release a new software, or I mean, not new software, but releases updates and anything dealing with software, music production, if you put music on the iPad, I mean, that's where the money is. Like, how many people is buying plugins after plugins after plugins, sound packs after sound packs. You know what I'm saying? The money is right there. You buy a piece of hardware and that's it. So they put a lot of focus in speakers and hardware and market after people. For instance, like churches. You make a nice sound system, PA system for a church. They're gonna buy it because, first of all, it's affordable and it sounds pretty awesome. But they're not gonna update for another 10,000 years. Y'all know how churches are. Like, they'll hold on to things until it falls apart, and then glue it back on and put duct tape on it, because there's a lot of churches out here that is just pretty cheap about things. So I mean, but software, oh yeah, there is a market. There's definitely a market. You know, I don't know. That's how I see it. Anybody want that MC 707? MC, what is it? What MC 707? I'm trying to think. Have I seen that before? I'm gonna type it in. I don't know what the MC 707. I know what a 707 kit is. Oh, it's a rolling piece. Uh-huh. I see. Rolling. Um, I don't know what's going on with all this other stuff. MC 707 groovebox. Yes, it's going for $1,000. Hmm. Let's dive deeper, shall we? Uh huh. Ah. I'm about to look at the video. It's the electronic groovebox. Hmm. Would you say that they're trying to compete with Machine? Because Machine is a groovebox as well. This thing has 8 channels, 8 faders. It's kind of would be like a Machine and Machine Jam together, so to speak. Well, not necessarily a jam, because the jam has the able to the push, you know, that has that push factor to it with all of the step sequencing deal. I don't know. I mean, it's not something I would get. I'm 707. Yeah, that's definitely like, I would say, yeah, more so for let me see. Definitely for performers. More so than anything. I'm gonna stop because I don't want to get no copyright strike. I'm not playing any sound. I don't know. I'm trying to stay away from anything, cause man, YouTube changed their policy so many times. They trying to get people, man. They be on some stupid. It's like the most stupid, dumbest thing that you could think of. They make it. Yeah. The problem with the beatmaker specific hardware is it's either too intricate to use or too expensive. Look at all of these used machine units online, mostly without software. $1,000, no computer needed. 3,000 sounds, 80. You have a point. Absolutely, you definitely have a point. It's already a bunch of videos up, but no heat. That's yeah. That's usually the deal. Just your typical 4 on floor. I can't compose anything really. Um, no hot videos up. The unit sounds great. No song mode. Yeah, because it looked like a performance piece. Like it's only made to perform with. You know what I mean? It's like there's no I wouldn't say value, but there's no, yeah, it's a 7. Think about it. It's a 707. Just like the 808 or the 909 or 606, blah blah blah, right? If you think about the Lindrum, you know what I mean? Like even before the NPC hit the market, just like this different thing, or even the Roland. Since we since we're talking about Roland, like Roland is made usually when I think Roland is performance. They made this one thing. I can't remember the name of it. It was something I always wanted, but it was like all in one. Roland always trying to do the all in one thing. By the way, like it was like this little drum machine and it had faders on it. It was like their version of the MPC in a sense, and you could record into it as well. Um, it was like all in one, bro. Like I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. Um, but really, like the performance thing is DJ type deal. You know, for DJs that's great. If you're a DJ, and I believe you said that earlier, if you're a DJ, then yeah, that's it, it's not necessarily. I mean, it is called a groovebox. The machine is called a groovebox as well, but machine also has the capability of recording and doing music production in it. But again, it's software based, you know. But yeah, like I get what you're saying, and that was one of the other reasons why I showed y'all the beat thing because it's battery operated or like the MPC Live, you know what I mean? Like those units is operated away from the computer, you know, with that option to create music on the go. I think that's something that Native Instruments is working on next. Because if they not working on that next, they will be stupid not to. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't keep releasing the hardware and it's holding no substance. Like people are, yeah. It's funny how this industry goes. You know what I mean? Like everything was computer, but now people trying to move away from the computer. The computer was hot, but now people trying to, you know, I don't know. It's like a wave thing. It's like a fad, like with clothes. You notice like just the clothing you used to wear when you was a kid. You know, it's now coming back with the newer kids now, and you're looking like, man, bro, I used to wear. I wore that like 20, 30 years ago, and y'all wearing that now. You know, stuff like that. People trying to move away from the computer. I don't know, but I will look at some videos. I'm always interested in looking at videos. Um, Versatile, what's up? Gotta see the new Akai. They implemented the push and MPC. Like, wow, I'm a Studio One machine Spark guy, but like, wow, these folks trying to keep up. Like Reason 11. Oh, Reason 11. Oh, we hit something. But yeah, the MPC. Yeah, that the new MPC. That's old. That's been out for a while. Yeah, that it was a rumor before it hit the market. Like, is it possible? It looked at like one of those, like those one of those spaceship cars. Like, is that real? Oh my god, you know what I mean? Is it possible? Oh snap! And then they release it like, oh, it is real. Wow, that's crazy. That thing is sweet though. That thing is pretty sweet. And that thing that it's like that thing. Yeah, it's like NPC plus Ableton Live, and then there was a big thing about people, like people were saying like, man, they trying to be like Ableton Live, man, they trying to, and then a few of us had to drop jewels on these people like, look, dummy, NPC Akai is the one who designed the live, the push. They the one who designed that for Ableton Live, you dummy. You know what I'm saying? So of course they could take that design and do what they will with it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's cool. I'm still an NPC. Like I grew up on it, but it ain't enough for me to. I don't know. We could dive at it. I guess we just doing like product. We talking about product right now. NPC. Now, if you're talking about something new that they released, I am not aware of that, and that would be different. Like, like Akai also designed FL Studio controller, so like NPC is designed, and they're like they out here, man. They the MV800. Wait, that rings a bell. Wait a minute. Is that what I was talking about? The MV8000. Wait. Uh. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my. Yep. That's exact. Was that? Yeah. Yeah. Man, versatile. You old, bro. You you just spoke your age, or maybe I spoke my age. But yeah. Yep. This is it. This is definitely it. I used to want one of these things. It still looks pretty cool though. Yeah, this was like next level, bro. Like the pads on there had a CD insert in there and the floppy disk in there, look at that screen. Like, look at that. Like that was out in comparison um to MPC 2000. Like this is what I grew up on. This is what I was using to make beats on. And I'm a drummer. I play drum. I used to play drums in church, and this was the device that I used to program loops. That thing going for $400 now. Yep, NBC 2000, and um, then the 3000 had the lid that tip. Actually, the NPC 2000 XL. That's another model of the same number. Add the LCD tilted up. That was like, oh my god, that was like a factor. But look at this in comparison to something like this. Wait, where'd it go? Yeah, that. Like that was like, oh my god, like that's crazy. Like look at the screen, bro. Like that was amazing. How the heck did we get down this memory lane, man? Yeah, Jermaine Dupri used it and branded it. Absolutely, absolutely. That thing was pretty sick, man. I've never owned it. I played with it a couple times, but that's about it. Man, this stuff is ancient, boy. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Y'all see the one with the screen? Like this was the part that amazed me. I'm like, man, you can plug a screen to that and make it bigger. Oh my god. You know what? My boy had a oh, what is it? Because he used to use it to record everything, and it looks like this. It looks just like I now remember. Like remember how that screen looked, and I'm afraid somebody might mention it in the comment section. Auto slice samples. Yep, absolutely. Man, so when I discovered machine, it was like next level. After like kind of being surrounded around this world right here, hardware stuff. When machine hit the market, it was like I couldn't wrap my mind around it. Like I don't know if any of you guys know, but I had shared a story in a couple of my videos about like how I discovered machine. And when I first bought mines, it 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 sat in the corner of my studio at that time for about 6 months. I ain't touch it because when I opened it up, it was like, what? This is foreign. So I ain't touch it. I'm like, man, this might not be for me. And then I just stumbled across a couple of videos watching people make music using that device. And then the rest was history. I opened the thing back up. I'm like, oh, okay, that's dope. I like how they able to do that. And man, and then sounds come like the thing though that intrigued me was the sounds. Like, oh, it's some dope sounds. It's like more sounds. Like, cause when I was using Logic, I just thought that Logic was it. And so when I discovered like there's new sounds, oh, but it's not so bad. You know what I mean? And then discovered that I can use it as a plugin as well, like standalone and a plugin. I was like, oh man, this is crazy. So the rest is history. Like I just been hooked ever since. Yep, yep. Man, I appreciate you bringing that up. It took me back. The Roland discontinued those and sacked the 9,000. Wait, there's a 9,000. Let's see if I can go there just by plugging in 9,000. It might not come up that way. Yeah, let's see. Is it called the MV 9,000? I don't know if I remember. Oh, I do remember this. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, that's the same thing. Wait, I'm looking. Yeah, I do remember this design though. Like I like that color better. But what is it called? Like it was the 8800. Wait, but that's okay. 8,000, 8800. They both look the same. Yeah, I do remember wanting these things and it was like out of my reach and yeah, that's crazy. Oh, the one had the colors. Yeah, the one has the color screen and yeah. Okay, that is right. You are correct. If I can get a clear picture of it. Yeah. Now, see, this reminds me. I'm trying to remember the name of that device that my buddy. I think it was a Roland. It may pop up as I scroll down. Man, who was that? Jonathan Green? Yeah, you old too. Man, y'all been around for a long time. Tascam, I think I had. Well, it wasn't a Tascam. The one I'm thinking about, it was uh Decrylium. Ableton is where it is at. You can use everything from FL Studio and BSD to Reason inside of it. Yeah, yeah, Ableton is sweet. Ableton is doing a thing, and that's something. I'm something. I'm curious as to if Studio One or Presonus will take on to some of the concept of where they're going, which is the reason why I mentioned Clip View. I don't know. I just kind of like fish for it to see, you know, if something would take the bait. I don't know. I just I don't know where they're going. I don't know what this big event. Like if we come back here, special event. Like what will they say? I guess see by Studio One being solid as it is now, whatever they say Friday, I think will be the icing on the cake, and it will be where their team stand. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be like, okay, where would they go next? If they say something is like crazy, is like, oh, they got a strong team. Or if they come out with something like this again, then you know that it's just a bunch of church boys had a meeting and said, you know, what is it that we can do to amp up the hype? Like a bunch of people that like closed minded people who don't want to let in like other experienced people come in and give insight on where to go and like, you know what I'm saying, innovation and whatever. You know, just a bunch of people who play guitar. You know what we need. You know they will love this. No, we not. It may be cool, but um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure, guys. I don't know what to expect. He said I went back to the Polaroids and deuces in the quarters. Oh my God. Yeah. We went back kind of far. Yeah. 2480. That's what it is. I gotta show y'all that. I just remembered that. Like, yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. There you go. There she go. Yep. This is what my boy record everything on. This was like the God. Like that was the studio. Yup. The 2480. Bringing back memories because we did so many projects in that thing. Um, and I think he still got a bunch of stuff in there. And I just remember like, see my bro, they used this thing he did a very good job in running it or whatever, but it was some stuff that he wasn't able to do or didn't think of. And then when I joined, when I came on board, I started to figure out a way to track out everything like separately onto a disk. And so we was able to do things like that because I think he was exporting things one by one, something like that, something along those terms. It was something that he was doing the long way, and I'm like, oh, bro, you could do it like this. I just went in and playing with in the settings and just kind of figured some things. I'm like, oh, bro, we doing it wrong. Like, here's another way. There's a better way, man. Okay, yeah, Roland, and that's the reason why. Like when the comment was made earlier about Roland, what do you think about Roland putting out a doll? It, it would make sense. It would really make sense. They're not far. They've been in the game for a very long time. Man, that thing's still going. That thing going for $1,800. Yup, 24-bit, 24 track digital studio workstation. You can move stuff over, dump stuff over to the virtual side, just to get things up on the what was it? Uh oh, this is crazy. It's crazy. Somebody, wait, what is this? It's like a smaller version or something. 24. It looks different. Are they funny? That's not the 2480. That's something totally different. This is the 880, and they marketed it as the 2480. Shame on you. That's the reason why it's 750 and not 1800. Anyway, um, man, y'all amazing group here. J Beats, what's up? I'm late, I know, but what's up anyway? E Junior, um, I didn't see what you said, but you made a point. I like that point. Because we was talking about like maybe they're like joining forces. Well, both companies are celebrating anniversaries. Speaking of, do you plan on getting one of those? No, I don't. I'm not getting MK3. If they send me one, I'll take it. But it looks cool. Like even the buttons is orange. Like man, nice, nice. That's dope. But it doesn't make sense to have an orange device that is the same exact thing as what I have sitting in front of me right now. So that means I got to spend $600 to get an orange one, a different color. I was looking at some skins though. I was doing that, like change the skin color, just to sprucing it up, make it look, you know, pretty cool. That would be nice. But yeah, so when I got the MK1, I got the Mark 1, and then like if any of you guys remember, the Mark 1 was like orange, all of the pads and buttons were just orange, period, and the device was black, right? And when they came out with the Mark 2, everything, we now have colors. All of the pads can change different colors: red, blue, purple, yellow, green. Right? Great, but that was it. And then they made this one knob that we have now. I still like the MK1 better because of the like they had more knobs on it, dedicated knobs, which was cool. Um, which is one of the other reasons why I like the Machine Studio because it's bigger and you have dedicated knobs like they had the toggle, and I still have mine. Uh, the scroll wheel. Um, I hope they make some. I hope they make if they're making a standalone, it'd be similar to that size. I mean, this is great. Compact is great, but um, to make that thing do something serious, it's gonna have to be a big piece. It's gonna have to, yeah, yeah, for sure. Cause now it's not just a controller. It's not just a circuit board. It's now holding hard drive, preamps. Well, actually, this has preamps in here, but I mean, on another level, like you gotta make room for battery, store the battery in there, being able to charge it, those different components that's needed inside of a device, so it no longer can be like portable for what we needed to do. I mean, yeah. And I feel like that piece gonna be something serious. They're gonna have to send me that. That's gonna be nuts right there. When they release that, I'm curious. But let's talk about like how they labeled it. Like, okay, special event. They say, tune in this Friday for a special announcement. I feel like if they were combining with Native Instruments, the wording will be bigger. Like they would take a different approach on how and then it would be, um, I don't know if it would be like a suspense up to the point where like there would be like rumors going around like, hey, did you hear? Because that would be huge. But you know what? I think that they could probably pull it off because Native Instruments is a private company. They don't tell nobody jack. Like you won't know nothing until the day of. Presonus, it's also another private deal. You ain't gonna know jack until they release it. And they pull stunts like this where they tell you that there's an event going on 2 days prior to the day that they want to go live. And like what they did when they gave us Dawn Integration, I just woke up like somebody was like, "Nah, it was in my email. That's what it was." I read my email, and I didn't know if someone released the email before the actual update. Because it was like, oh my god, okay, so we really have integration, but we went in and updated or tried to update and couldn't do it. I don't know. I don't know. I believe they sent one to Knox Square. If anybody deserves a free orange one, he would definitely qualify. It was literally on the very first 2009 machine users. Yeah, I noticed that too. And it's funny. It's funny you say that because he hit me up and was like, "Hey, bro, you doing that creative I did like this little um um this I guess it would be like a competition every year, holiday competition. I call it the holiday 12s. um Holiday 12, right? Holiday Creative 12, Creative Holiday. Yeah, I'm gonna come up with a way to word it this year. But he's like, hey man, if you're doing it this year, man, I'm down. So the whole concept is you come up with 12 beats, like the 12 days of Christmas. So you come up with a beat a day and post it on Instagram, and you hashtag your beat, and then that will be floating, and then all of the hype just come in around this whole competition thing, everybody in doing stuff, and then we hold like a rally at the end, like who got picked, or we may judge the, friendly judging beats or whatever, and seeing who win, blah 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 blah, whatever, that type of thing. He wasn't in that competition because that was unfair, because he's like, can't put somebody like that in. So I was like, I had the pool of just, people who needed a chance more so than Knock Square, because you know, what I mean. So I wonder if he's hyped about it so he can show off his orange machine. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, I love that dude. He's a pretty cool guy. Very creative. Maybe they're getting all existing users version 5.0 for free for the anniversary. Mm, You know, mm, I don't know. But his other thing, I was thinking, like, I think Presonus is petty sometimes, man, because they had a premiere video on YouTube, and I'm like, man, they going live, and I'm looking at the video, I'm like, really, really, just a bunch of people saying happy anniversary, and they premiered it. But the you know how premiere works, like it's live, and it's cool. Premiere, nothing wrong with premiering videos, but I guess my assumption or presumption from personas, like when they do live, we are always talking about new updates. You know what I'm saying? Something that they just released. It's crazy. And I'm sitting there like, I can't believe I waste 3 minutes of my life looking at. I'm like, man, I thought we was going live, man. Like, okay. Yeah, 5.0 will be a paid upgrade. But who knows? We don't know. It was great talking with you guys, and we talked about a lot. Like, we talked about, and this is what make these streams like super dope, because like we can get off the grid a little bit, and just have a little family time. All the music folk in here in this group in the stream, and we can just talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. That's what's up. I doubt that anybody watching this like later on will be able to like watch the whole thing. That would be insane. If you are somebody who watched this video all the way till the end in its entirety, listening to us go off the grid a little bit, talking about Roland and NPC, Akai, and everybody else, then you are a true creative sound Man, a true creative sounder. You are a true sounder. You're a sound date. That's what's up. If that's the case, you would have to post in the comment that, hey, Ella, I watched the entire video in its entirety. You gotta let me know who you are, cause that would be crazy. I'm not talking about people who just chimed in and heard me say that just now. Like, that don't count. What's up, official? Official drama. Quick question. Go for it. Coming from Full Sail, where Studio One wasn't taught, how much easier is Studio One? What do you use? Are you in Logic Pro? Because if you're in Logic Pro, then it's pretty simple. It's not hard at all if you're coming from Logic Pro. Actually, it's not even hard if you're coming from Pro Tools, because Studio One has a lot of Pro Tools um nuances, if you will. It has a bit of both. So, you know, similar workflows. Pro Tools and Logic. Yeah. Yeah. As Versatile said, way easier. I'm telling you, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you some of the things I like about Studio One. And I will have to end it here. Like, cause cause I'm getting tired. So, like, I was I was like you. I started out I started out with Pro Tools. I'm talking about the digital sense. I've started out with music even before, because we were just a few seconds ago on here talking about Roland, um, MV 88s and 8000s, and um, Akai MPCs and stuff like that. So that's obviously before I came into the digital sense or whatever. But um, I started with Pro Tools. Then I discovered Logic. Logic came with like a bunch of sounds and bunch of plugins, and like you could do everything in Logic, right? And so um my workflow was pretty cool. You know, I knew Logic Pro in and out, because that was my main thing. And then when I went to Full Sail, it's crazy that you went to Sail. Congratulations. When I went to Full Sail, I had a couple of instructors, and I was explaining this earlier. Um, so I may sound repetitive to people who still watching. But when I went to Full Sail, I had a couple of instructors that was using Studio One, that they preferred Studio One over what the school was sending us. So that was kind of like my first introduction to Studio One. But I knew about it ahead of time, but I've never seen anybody work in it until I had a couple of instructors that was working in Studio One. And so I immediately grew interest in Studio One, and I didn't. It didn't make sense that before, because I still was a Logic Pro person. But I'll tell you this: when 3.0 came out, me being a Logic Pro person, when 3.0 came, I'm gonna tell you how easy it is. When Logic Pro, I'm sorry, when Studio One came out, Studio One 3.0 came out. Studio One is like, it's like Logic Pro, Pro Tools, a little bit of Cubase. Am I missing anything? I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's like a little bit of all of those put together, in one in a little dash of Ableton Live, because with the patterns, well, no, I wouldn't. No, I take that back. A little, I mean, with the patterns will be, because that's actually something that was introduced in 4.0. With the patterns, it's like Studio One's sequencer, step sequencer, if you will. Like that's their introduction to step sequencing. It's pretty cool. Like once you start playing with it, you'll get to hang up, and it's pretty cool. But it's not hard at all. It's super easy. Like Versatile said, it's not hard at all. Um, Studio One has key command presets, or what is it? Key, like if you have key commands in Logic Pro, you can convert that over to Studio One and continue using things in the way that you were used to in Logic, if that makes sense. So they have presets like I forget where it is you have to go to pull it up, but that was so dope to me. Like when I converted from Logic Pro, it was like I could still use my key commands. Really? And it just made it so much easier for me to learn Studio One, because to me that's always the hardest thing when you learn a new DAW. Now you gotta relearn how to record, key commands, and where things are positioned. Learn a new terminology. The terminology is a little bit different in Studio One. It's a little bit like, for instance, block size is Studio One's terminology for buffer size. That's one of them. Logic Pro calls it buffer size. Studio One calls it block size. Um, if you are, I don't know, if you cutting, it might be scissors versus cut, or um, glue versus what is it? Is it still glue? Versus what is the term? I forget the term, but it's like stuff like that. It's like once you learn the terminology, you should be fine. Drag and drop instruments, drag and drop plugins on Logic. You got to go into a menu to find everything. First of all, you have to know who made what. You got to know the company name, when most of the times that doesn't matter much. You know, you got to know the name of the company and the name of the plugin when you're in Logic. In Studio One, you can just type in the name of the plugin or the name of the instrument, and it'll pop up, and you just take that and drag it over. Boom, and you're ready to go. Another huge thing for me was Contact. I am a heavy Contact user, like Native Instruments stuff, and like routing things is like one of the, like, it's crazy. Like I get crazy about stuff like that. Routing my instrument. So like when I pull in Contact, in Logic, you have to distinguish from start when you want to use 16 MIDI tracks or 8 MIDI tracks, or you have to specify if you want to do 8 stereo and then, or 8 mono, or you have to go with that, like when you dealing with Contact, right? And Contact is just a player that has several instruments in it, and you can have up to 16, and it's like a multi-instrument type deal, right? If you're not familiar with Native Instruments. And in Logic, you have to specify. In Studio One, you don't have to specify. I can just drag the Contact instrument over into the arranging window, and it creates a track. And I can say, oh snap, you know what? after using that string patch, I think I want a bell, or I think I want to add a riser, or I want these epic drums. No problem. Or I want a piano, or I want a bass sound. You know what I'm saying? Any sound you want, in the browse section of within Contact, you just go over there, add the second MIDI instrument or whatever. Inside of Studio One, all you gotta do is duplicate the track and change the channel from 1 to 2, and now you're talking to the second thing. That took it. That took it for me. I was like, "Oh my god, that's crazy. That is next level stuff." Right? Cuz I had those moments before in Logic where I wanted to change my mind in the middle of doing something. I thought I only want one, or I thought I only wanted 4 MIDI tracks or some specific number. And then before I lose everything, I'll just add another instance of Contact. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to do that in Studio One. Like, it makes sense. Like, they built this for producers. You know what I mean? It's like certain things that they do. It's like, yeah, they thought about this situation. Yeah, I think it's pretty easy. Like, once you get a hold to it, and then let's not talk about the performance, the speed, the quality. Like, Studio One is definitely optimized, so it's faster on your system. You can get to things a lot quicker, and like my buddy just switched over. Like, he was like, I told him about Studio One for forever. He knows about it. He know I prefer to work in Studio One versus Logic. But he recently had something going on in his computer where Logic was acting a fool, and then he finally loaded up Studio One for the first time to see, okay, all right, let's see what this big hype about. Let's see what Ella talked about. Okay, all right. Put it up, and he was like amazed. And so now he's asking me a million questions about how to do things in Studio One, because in his opinion, it's so much sweeter, it's so much faster, and he loves it. And I'm like, man, I've been telling you to switch forever. So now he finally did. And then he goes and say, like, bro, the sound that comes is like when you play something in Studio One, or mix it, or whatever you're doing, when you mix it down and you play it somewhere else, he was like, bro, it sounds exactly the same as when I mixed it down in Studio One. Like, there's no big jumps, no jump out, like nothing different, like you would like in Pro Tools or something, like, or Logic. You in those platforms, and when you bounce it out, it sounds totally different than what you bounced out. It's like, oh, no, you know what I mean? So in Studio One, it's like it gives you that transparency sound. A lot of people argue with me and say all dolls sound like. No, they don't. I promise you they don't. All dolls do not sound alike. I did a video on that when I first started. I was like, and I got hammered so many times, like, bro, you all dolls sounds the same. I'm like, no, it don't. That was one of the factors why. See, I did my homework. One of the factors why I moved over to Studio One. I played the same MIDI files in Logic in Studio One. I just went back, and it was much flatter in Studio One, and the sound was like, it was transparency. Like, I heard what the tracks were really doing. You know what I mean? Like I heard things I couldn't hear in Logic Pro. So that's one of the reasons why I switched over. I have a lot of reasons why I switched over, not because it's the new thing, the new hype, everybody talking about it. Um, it was because of what I liked, you know, because I was on the verge for a very long time, like even in Studio One 2.0, I was on the verge, you know. I'm like, I don't know. Then when 3.0 happened, it was like I've gotten the demo. See, that's the other cool thing about Studio One. You can get 30-day free trial, test it out, see how you like it, and if it intrigues you enough to switch over, then there you go. You was able to try it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, yeah, this is cool. I like what they're doing. So yeah, that's my soaps, the soap hour. uh Good thing I work from home. Appreciate the hang. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Coming from okay, moving forward. And they have Pro Tools keyboard set up and yeah, there you go. Versatile broke down. See, they try to make things easy. See, they I think their whole goal is to have everybody using their platform. So they do things, and the cool thing also about Presonus is, um, which is one of the reasons why I feel like they're powerful. They listen to everybody. Well, not everybody, but I mean, you get the idea. They listen. They listen to their user base. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, like the video, because it gets pretty interesting on this channel. Like I made a video about DAW integration between Native Instrument keyboards and Studio One, and that video has knocked on the doors of Presonus and say, "Hey, I think those guys over there they want this DAW integration deal. Like, can you you know can you do something?" Me, I'm a little animated. You know what I mean? Like I'll like fall all over the place about how they doing things and they methods about doing things, and but it's like they came through. It took them a while. It came through, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I thanks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, then I'll find out something else to complain about. Like, you could have came sooner, but I mean, I appreciate it. And me the whole time I'm like, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. They really came through from your boy, you know. So I mean, yeah, subscribe to the channel. Um, I try to have fun, like I'm doing now, and I'm falling asleep as I'm talking, but I'm having fun. I like what I'm doing. Oh, let's see. Last one from me. Knowing what you already know about Studio One and Impact, could you ever conceive doing your drums only in Studio One? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially if you buy this here, the Atom Pad, it actually comes with like a slew of sounds. So you buy one of these, no matter where you get it from, Amazon, whatever. Once you register your serial number, then they unleash the Atom Pad packs, and the Atom Pad, the samples and things like that is coming from um I can't remember the name. MVP Loops. And MVP Loops is dope. They got some knockers. So um you just download all that stuff from your Presonus account and you should be good to go. And you can make some solid joints using the samples that come. I mean, Presonus already come with a bunch of samples and libraries inside of their program. Like it comes with content already in there, so you can use a lot of things that already come with Studio One. But when you get the Atom Pad, it comes with even more, like drums and things like that. Yeah. And if you don't get the Atom Pad, I can say, um, I'm not gonna lie to you, you probably have to get some samples, like, and it's some fairly cheap ones. Like you can go to the Presonus, um, they have a store. You can go in there. I see them yarn and stuff. You can go in there and buy kits for like $50, $60, $75 or something like that. Like, and you get some pretty decent sounds. Or you can go to um plug-in boutique and buy sounds, through there. Or if you have a sounds account through Native Instruments, it's like there's so many places you can get sounds from and not break the bank. So, but with all that access, I always come back to Studio One and use all of my candy tools, and I put all of my candy in one bag with Studio One. Sonar. Sonar. I don't know anyone who uses Sonar anymore. Not at least off the top of my head, I don't remember who uses Sonar. I got introduced to it by Teddy Riley. Check out his vids. Yeah, yeah. Actually, his vids was the next thing I seen after I was introduced to it, to Studio One through school. And so when I seen how my teachers was using it, I went and searched Studio One who was using it, and I bumped into Teddy Riley. Yep, he was definitely one of the influencers. Yep. I bought it, just haven't done it yet. Yeah, man. When you dive into Studio One, you're gonna be like, "Damn, why didn't I do this sooner?" You know what I'm saying? Everything is so much faster in Studio One. So much faster. So much faster. So hopefully you'll subscribe to my channel, because I've already done a bunch of like tutorials and tip tricks and stuff like that, techniques or whatever. And I'm going to continue doing more in the future. Seeing, like Studio One has a bunch of new stuff I haven't even touched yet. So I plan on going through some of that stuff and just kind of like showing you guys like how I get it down, how I get it in, you know what I mean? Yeah, 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 yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing Studio One tutorials and stuff like that if I didn't think it was dope. You know what I'm saying? If you would have went on somebody's channel that was talking about Cubase, they would definitely say how dope Cubase is. But I mean, like, I just think that Studio One is simple. It's more of a simplified form of making the job work, making things work for you. And on the like this is just off like random on your master track in Studio One, bro. They got this thing called the CTC1. I don't remember how much it costs, but it's actually a Presonus thing. Like, it don't come with Presonus. It don't come with Studio One, but it got this thing called the CTC, and it's pretty much the circuitry of a vintage board, like a SSL or Neve console. When you activate that thing, that takes your sound to a whole nother level. Like, and that's Studio One. Um, that's their thing. Like, I turn on a CTC one all the time, so you can make your tracks sound like it's going through an analog board, like it was recorded through an SSL board. Like, dude, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Or you can record things in as like a DSP chip technology. You can record things with effects, um, compressors, EQs, that type of thing, and you can recall that stuff at a later date. But you got to set it up that way, obviously. You got to set it up like that. Yeah, like Personas has like a whole ecosystem deal. If you buy the mixers or whatever, you can record with effects and then recall that stuff and change the settings and things like. Oh, this is yeah, it's pretty cool. You bought it before you graduated for the discount. Absolutely, that was very smart. That was very smart. That was one way I got in. I got in like um before three Personas 3.0 came out. I bought the artist version on Cinco de Mayo. The artist version go for $100, but I bought it for $5 that day. I was like, okay, bet. And that was my first copy. I was like, okay, you know, I didn't quite grasp the concept yet, but it was intriguing enough for me to buy it because I was thinking about buying it anyway. Like I was on the verge of, and then I think, oh shit, I can get this for $5. Yeah, cool. Best $5 I spent. Like I didn't think so at that time, but yeah, it was cool. It was cool because I had artists already, so it's like upgrade for me was sweet because I already owned it in a sense. So upgrade is definitely cheaper. So it's like I got a deal. Like yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, Mick, what's up? What's up? I'm late. I missed the announcement. Um, no, you're not late. you because they're doing the Friday. This is like a pre-con or pre-event. Um, we were just on here. It's probably yeah. We was on here for some hours talking about what it could be, like what's going on, like what would everybody think that could possibly what could possibly be the update or um the announcement. Everybody was just trying to like it was just just coming up with some things that could possibly hold the you know hold this special event. Like why would they do this? Official, you subscribe when I graduated. My man. Appreciate it. I appreciate that. I just want to make sure that you subscribe, man. It's just you know If you're subscribed, I was talking to anyone else that wasn't subscribed. Everybody, make sure y'all subscribe. I appreciate it. S1 I got updated. Everyone, S1 I wait. Okay, I'm sleepy. S1 got to update every damn week. It seems like. Yeah, MVP loops is what you'll get when you buy the Atom pad. Mick says the Atom is worth it. You can do so. You can do much with it. Agreed. Agreed. Aside from just a couple of sounds, absolutely. I mean, it's like an all around thing. Like with this thing, it controls Studio One, and you get a bunch of sounds like that. Presonus has always been pretty solid as far as like what you get for your money and the quality that comes behind they product. It's like cool. It works. Um, they are going to recreate the Nico. Mm, you think so? I don't know. I don't know. Nick, what's up? What's happening to what happened to Big Wig? You left him quick. No, I haven't left Bitwig. I still use Bitwig. It just hasn't been often as I did. Because one of the primary reasons why I started using Bitwig was because two reasons. The MIDI, um, the block devices, how I can be really creative using the blocks. I love the DAW integration in there. Someone did a script and I was able to get it, and it was crazy. Um, Clip launching was another one, like being able to like quickly start a idea and make it into a song. Like the workflow was quicker, in my opinion. Um, but a lot of the projects that I'm working on, like mixing and mastering things like that, definitely I always do that in Studio One, and then like working with video. I've been working on things that involves video, and so um, Studio One has just been like on my screen a lot lately, and so and then um when that happened, Presonus released the ability or released the DAW integration capabilities. Then I got excited all over again. It was like, oh yeah, yeah, they finally came through. And then it just from then, I just kind of just you know just I'm in Studio One right now. And that has always been the thing though. Like Studio One, it was like, man, if Studio One just push a little more, like come through for their user base, then I'll be right here. You know, Bitwig micro pitches is the truth. Absolutely, absolutely. Bigwig is a beast. They're a beast. I love working in Bitwig. I have them. You know what I'm saying? I own them, so it's like I haven't stopped using them. I definitely still use them. It's just It just depends on what I'm working on, you know. That's all. But it's been fun, guys. I appreciate all of the love, the likes on the video, and subscriptions that came through just by random people, you know, browsing through. I'm getting off here. I'm going to actually lay down. I was going to do some other things, but my strength has um evaporated. So I'm going to log off. I appreciate you guys. If you guys got any questions, write your questions in the description area. I mean, not the description area. That's for me to write stuff. Write your comments in or questions in the comment section of the video, and I'll get back with you guys as soon as I can. All right. Once again, I man, really appreciate you guys hanging out with your boy Ella from Creative Sound. Getting ready to log off. It's been real. Remember, you music is art. Can't even say the words right. Okay, let's try it again. Music is art. You the artist. Paint your picture. Stay creative with our rules. Y'all take care. Be safe out here in these streets. All right.